5 Live. Good morning. It is 7:17. David Cameron will raise his concerns about human rights when the President of the United Arab Emirates visits Downing Street later today. On Monday, 3 British men were jailed for 4 years in Dubai for possessing drugs. They all claim to have been tortured in custody. Dr. Ebtisam Al-Kitbi is Professor of Political Science at UAE University. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Melanie Gingell joins us, a barrister with Tooks Chambers. She visited Abu Dhabi in March to observe the trial of 94 people accused of plotting to overthrow the government. Melanie Gingell, good morning to you. I've been reading the Amnesty International report on the United Arab Emirates. It's uncomfortable reading. What's your experience? And tell us about the case of these 94 people.
Well, as you know, I went to Abu Dhabi in March to observe the trial of 94 political dissidents who were continuing to stand trial in Abu Dhabi for a charge of attempting to overthrow the government. The defence case, however, is all that they've done is to ask for small steps to be made towards democracy in the country. At the moment, there are no political parties and no elections. So the trial that we went to see, the defendants had been kept in solitary confinement for more than 8 months before the trial. And the central piece of evidence is a confession from one of the defendants, which was immediately retracted as soon as the defendants came into court for the first hearing. So the inference that we can draw from that is that this confession was extracted by torture while the defendants were kept in these secret detention centres.
Reports of electrodes, we're hearing reports of electrodes in this case. Did you have any reports of electrodes being used?
We heard from family members that severe torture was inflicted on these defendants, including electric shocks, the maintenance of stress positions, defendants being kept in very cold conditions with inadequate clothing, inadequate food, and certainly the families of the defendants were very distressed to see the physical condition of the defendants when they appeared in court.
Doctor, the use of torture of political detainees certainly has been widely reported, in methods including sleep deprivation, suspension by the wrists or ankles followed by severe beatings, use of electric shocks to various parts of the body. This is according to Amnesty International. Is it the case, Dr. Ebtisam Al-Kitbi?
I mean, is there any proof? Is there any sign on the people? Just what I heard, that what they've been heard from their families, their friends, or whoever. But is there any sign, medical report? This is how you can prove your case. But you cannot just take it that somebody said and not a real investigation. I don't think, I am not part of the government, but I don't know. This is not the case in UAE. You can talk about any country, not a UAE. This is not their attitude. There are many stories of that. Of course, if you want to just claim you are innocent, you are trying to create many stories.
Well,
but this is the case.
These allegations were raised about torture.
There is an evidence that they've been trying, and with the sound and videos, those people preparing.
You'd absolutely deny this is the case. Okay, let's bring Melanie Gingell back in.
One of the reasons that international observers were invited to observe this trial was because of this allegation of torture, and certainly we are calling for an investigation into what happened. And the UAE is a signatory to the UN Convention Against Torture, and one of the key articles in that convention is Article 12, which calls for competent authorities in the country to have an independent investigation where there are these allegations. And that has singularly failed to happen in this case. There's been absolutely no investigation. And the trial has proceeded, as I say, with the central piece of evidence being a confession that was extracted from one of the defendants during the time when they were in a secret detention centre. We were denied access to the trial. The inference I draw from that is that the authorities did not want international observers to see the physical condition of the defendants, because certainly the families reported that they were very distressed about the physical condition of the defendants that they witnessed when they saw the defendants in court.
Do you think that people are making this up, Dr. Ebtisam Al-Kitbi? Do you think Amnesty International are making it up for propaganda purposes to blacken the name of the United Arab Emirates?
I think so, because and I know there are many political reasons. And UAE Society for Human Rights, they went there and they visited the prisoners and they investigate, and they did their investigation. And they came with a report. There is nothing of these stories, and they met the people.
There are also reports on the Amnesty International site, if I may, in the time available to us, do apologise for cutting it, that some women survivors of rape do not report the crime to the police for fear they would be charged with engaging in illicit sex.
From UAE women or other nationalities?
Amnesty International report. Well, why is that relevant?
No, I mean, those women from where? From UAE nationals?
Well, women.
Yes, these women, they've been reported.
Yes.
They're saying women have been raped and they did not file this case?
Yes.
Everywhere. Who did this? The police or other people? There are cases of rape. Who did this? Who was the criminals?
Melanie Gingell.
Sometimes in Arabic world, women, they are afraid of their reputation if they bring this kind of incidents to the court or to police.
Oh, they would be afraid of their reputation, okay.
Yes. This is usually in the Arab world what happens.
Okay, thank you very much. Melanie Gingell, the very last word is these Amnesty International reports, other reports, is it all about blackening the name of the United Arab Emirates, or are there real concerns here?
There are real concerns. The concerns have been building up over the last couple of years, with the EU passing a resolution against the UAE last year, and the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights issuing a statement of concern about the UAE the year prior to that. All the international observers sought to do was to enter the country, observe the trial. Some observers were denied entry. Amnesty International, for example, was denied entry to the country to observe this trial. The rest of us were denied entry to the trial. That to us shows that the UAE has got something to hide in relation to these proceedings. All we're asking for is the chance to go in and see what's happening for ourselves, to allay these concerns, or indeed to confirm that torture is happening within these proceedings.
Thank you very much. It's 7:25.